Hello, everybody, and welcome back. This is Dustin Meyer, and we have something new for you. It's been out for a couple of weeks, and it's PortraitPro 17 Studio Max. So if you've tried some of the previous versions, then you know some of the really cool different sliders and stuff that you can do all the different changes that you want to make for retouching. And just so you guys know ahead of time, this is not a short tutorial. We're going to go in depth, and I'm going to try and do my best to kind of explain all the new stuff. So, but just bear with me. So I actually had to re-record this video because for some reason my last one, it came out all blurry and stuff. I don't know if my Premiere exports or whatever were just terrible. So anyways, we're going to jump right into it. I also made some notes of some features that I wanted to talk to you guys about. So let's see here if I can just drag this down in here. Does that work? Or do I actually have to browse through it through the program? Okay, we'll just do it that way. All right, let's see. There we go. Open. Okay, so right now it's doing the finding faces, which I feel like the software's kind of sped up quite a bit, which is nice. And it claims that it's got much more accurate face edge detection. And wow, I'm pretty impressed. For the most part, this is usually supposed to be right, around where the jawbone is. Lips look pretty good. Eyebrows off just a little bit. We're just going to hop back in here real quick and just tweak that a little bit. She's got a little unique kind of shaped eyebrows, but we can't hold that against her. There we go. Face and jaw look decent. Let's check the lips. Bring those down just a little. And eyes look good over here. Forehead. All right, so we are good to go. Sorry if I sound a little drowsy. I'm shooting this at like 2 o'clock in the morning. Couldn't sleep. So anyways, okay. So looking at both of these, right off the top, I am extremely impressed. So before we get started, I think this is just the standard one, but there's a new feature over here called, in the presets, there's actually this really cool thing now where you can actually kind of preview what the preset will look like. Not only the ones that come with the camera or the software, but the ones that also come with like the ones that you've made. So that's really cool. But the other really cool thing is we've got snapshots. So we're just going to go ahead and it's kind of like Photoshop where you can create a snapshot. We're going to say starter because that's the first thing that came out. And then as you guys can see, we're going to do 1-to-1 just in case it's hard to see over here. But we do have some, we have a little bit of blemishing on the forehead going on, which is typical. We also have, let's see here, a little bit of redness on the cheeks. Now, granted, she did have some makeup applied, but I think there's just some here that we could work on. So, and obviously over here, a lot of it's already taken care of. My one thing that I'm looking for here is, I always want to kind of avoid too much of a glow to it. And so what we're going to do is, first things first, I don't think she really needs any face sculpting. So let me turn that off. Yeah, I mean, it just kind of powdered the lips a little bit, which I think looks fine. So we're going to leave it at that. Skin smoothing. Okay, we're going to go into the face. And do I need water? Nope. All right. Lovely. Okay, so around the eyes, as you can see over here in this area, this is smoothed up a little bit. Let's go over here to the smooth eye bags to the right eye. There we go. And lighten eye bags on the right eye. Not bad. I am impressed. Okay, so we got that taken care of. And then also, let's just take a look and see Oh yeah, something that I was testing with before that I think is something really, really awesome performance-wise is in the past when you've gone through here and used the the skin masking tool, you would spend time going over this and working your way around, trying to be careful, and then once you said okay, then it would take a little bit longer than I was comfortable with as far as doing the processing and stuff. But so I'm done with that. I'm going to click OK, and it's done. I mean, you used to have to like wait for the thing to go across the top, and it's just done. So yeah. So let's see here. Next we are going to go back into face mode, and let's see, we got those done. Imperfections for the most part, yeah. Remove shine, there's not so much of it. I am going to do the bring down the pores thing because I feel like it takes away too much texture. In fact, let's go in 1:1 again just to double check here. If I'm going too fast, it's because the last video I made was like 30 minutes long and I don't want to waste y'all's time. So yeah, and then also, what was it, prominent spots, that's what I always use, just to make sure. So we got, I like having just a little bit of shine. I know I've said this before, because you got to have that range of highlights and shadows. Use a touch-up brush here. And then, yeah, I mean, with this, you can still see all the detail. Got rid of that little guy. Let's see, maybe sharpen. Oh, look at that. You can sharpen the face. Nice. And so that way is another good way to bring texture back. And then, of course, messing with the actual texture slider. That looks real. That looks really, really real. I like that. Let's see. And let's just try clean this up a little bit. How did that turn out? Really good. Okay, so now that I'm moving faster, I feel like I'm kind of getting more in the groove, kind of more on the ball here. So I do still see a couple of these guys in here, so I'm just going to go in, just click those. Notice that my sliders are about about a third of a strength or so. I don't go full out. See, I don't think it's really helping that much. Okay. And I felt like they were pretty soft as is. Maybe it's just because I'm using too big of a brush. Bring that texture down a little bit. I'm still trying to figure out if the texture thing is more to do with just the brush itself, or if it's like what's applied to the face overall. And then let's see here. I do think the imperfections slider can also add a little too much softness to it, especially like thin wrinkles or fine shadows especially, and she definitely doesn't need that. So let's see, and we've got one little area over here that could be fixed. There we go. Okay, and I'm gonna be here forever. Got it. Okay, no more. You guys get the idea. Okay, so now it's gonna be more kind of evening the skin tone. Let's see here. Did we get all that? Okay, good. So before we do that, let's go over to snapshots. I'm gonna say skin softening. If I can spell. So that way I can always just come right back to that. And then let's see. So we're going to check out the skin texture tone. So first off, skin coloring and lighting. As you guys know, I always kind of zoom out to get a better idea. Very flat lighting. I was using a shoot-through light from a slight angle, so we got a little bit more shadow on this side, which kind of helps bring back some of that contrast that was lost, because shooting straight on from one of those, it kind of makes a flat picture. So let's see. Let's bring that down. Let's bring it up. Wow. I don't know. I might almost kind of like that. But what it does, what I'm seeing over here, especially on this side, is the jawbone is getting a little bit more defined, which kind of helps it from like kind of blurring into the neckline. And then fixed lighting, no. Maybe just a little bit. I don't know, it might kind of actually been fine just the way it was. Let's see here. Okay, so new thing is skin tone. Oh yeah, and you can move this guy around too if you've never used it before. We're just gonna leave it there. Sorry. I like to have fun. Okay, so skin color is now in the same section, it looks like. And it picked baby skin, but that's because it was the first option. So let's go with natural. And let's go back into the face. Let's see what... Aha. Okay, so I'm going to go extreme. Maybe you guys can see that. That adds a little more color back to her face. Actually, you know what? Let me zoom out. Wow. So she's like really pale over here. And I'll be honest with you, when I exported this from Lightroom, I intentionally kind of exported it with a very cool kind of white balance. Again, color correct outside of face. Now, this is also another reason why you kind of mess around with the skin mask. So that way, you know, when it applies the color, it does it to all the skin that's showing. And let's see. And I'm gonna go too tan. I think the skin color actually brings that down enough. Yeah, I think that's good. Okay. Makeup. All right, so they say that it's got more realistic like makeup properties and stuff. So I'm just making sure I'm still recording here. Let's see. Yeah, okay, so lower eyeshadow. Nope. I always go drastic first just to see what it does. But I did notice in the previous video that I really liked the mascara option, because I'm really big on making sure the eyes stand out. So maybe not that much, but just enough. Because if you look over here, let me zoom in. On her left eye over here, it's just, they're not there. But over here they are. And you can also you could take the texture down if you want to make it look a little bit softer. You can also just, you know, adjust the opacity. Let's see, softness, shadow, texture, upper eyeshadow. Yeah, I mean, if you wanted to, you could do that. Let's see here, eyeliner. There's eyeliner. I don't really like messing with it. Let's see. Okay, so now the eyes. For the most part, not much has changed. I mean, you know, we've got a little bit brighter whites, a little bit more color in the eyes. We don't really have to worry about teeth whitening because her mouth is closed. And so now, okay, we're going to make another snapshot. We're going to call this skin coloring. Yeah, you can even see down here, like that one's cooler, that one's and that one's much more natural looking. Let's see, texture wise, I think we're looking good. All right. Okie dokie. So for now, I think what I'm going to do is once once you get to the actual like final image, that's when you make your preset. So there is also there's a new thing for vignettes. I tried it before and I really couldn't get it to look right. I'm probably just not doing it right, but there is a vignette feature that I think is over in the under lighting control. No, maybe it's under picture. That would make sense. So fit vignette. That actually looks pretty good. So yeah, if you forget to put in a vignette, then now you can. Now, okay, being honest with you guys here, in the previous video, the image that I picked was too noisy in the background, and I did really want to try the new background feature. I didn't really want to leave that out. So anyways, PortraitPro 17 says they have a new feature where you can like swap out backgrounds and all that kind of stuff. So I don't even know really what you can use your own background image. Let's see here. I don't even know if I have one, but they also have like gradients and that kind of thing as well. Let's see. Excuse me for a second. I'm just gonna go up here, and I mean, you know what? This totally may not even work. So who knows? Yeah, I don't think I have any like decent just vertical shots of backdrops. All my pictures have people in them. So okay, we're gonna see what they've got built in. Oh, and I forgot to do the skin softening, the hair softening thing, which you guys have seen in a lot of my previous videos, how much I love that tool. The really cool thing about it now is it is super fast. I mean, just like with calculating the skin areas and stuff, and with finding the facial edges and everything, I mean, it's nuts how fast this program has gotten. This one, it makes sense if it might be taking a little bit longer because it's, looking for the background, which is insane. We're going to close that out for now. So yeah, see, that was one of the problems I had in my last one because it was a busy backdrop. It had a harder time. So let's see. Smart background. No. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, so you can actually come in. You can actually come in and either edit it from one side or the other. Let's see, foreground. All right, and I wonder, fill, foreground, smart background, minus background. Now, last time I was kind of in a hurry, so I didn't really get this right, which honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, it's kind of important because otherwise it's just not gonna look real. And I'm still terrible at it. I'm better with like a smart mask tool, like radial tool, where it just automatically, like smart radius, you know what I'm saying? looks like you can go ahead and just soften the edge, which would probably be helpful for those of you that are just blowing through this like I am. Let's see what else. Okay, we're going to leave that detail. Leave the hair. I actually am really impressed with how it's separated the hair. You know what? This could be really handy with getting rid of stray hairs. You know, it could be a really quick way to do that. Oh, Dustin, looking for more ways to preoccupy your time. All right, screw it. Let's see, fit. Okay, so over here, we need to brush this back in. Yeah, you can see where some of the shadows on the skin started to bring back some of the background, or got mistaken for the background. Okay, then we were going to what was it? Soften mask edge. That's right. Of course, I don't want to go too far again. And again, please keep in mind, please forgive me if I'm like being sloppy with this, because doing a masking thing is actually kind of time consuming to get it right. But I'm actually fairly confident that it'll do a good job, because if it's able to, especially like up here around the hair, if it can find that, oh my gosh, that's incredible. I could see how this would work really well for like green screen. Wow. That's not bad. Let's see. Adjust background. Let's see. Use original background. Oh. New background. Open built-in backgrounds folder. I don't think I saw that before. Oh, cool. I got all kinds of backgrounds. I'm an idiot. That's sorry, guys. Let's see what we got here. This is kind of cool. All right, so I'm thinking, I don't know, we're going to go for something that might have a little bit of punch to it. You know what? Just going to go random here. Let's see. Actually, I'm looking for something that would have the same kind of lighting. So let's do pick something, Dustin. All right, we'll go with this one and just see how it looks. Not bad. Of course, you know, crossfade. And then you can adjust the background, blur the background. It looks like, yeah, you can move some stuff around. Let's see, let's do select image. Let's do a different one. This is the hard part. It's just trying to figure out what would match. Yeah. Yeah, see, the thing is, like, it's just looking... I think if I had something where I'm going to spend all day doing this. Just messing around. You know, we'll try something... Aw, it's fall. You know, we're going to go with something solid. And that one actually has a little bit of a shadow at the bottom, so. Okay, and then we are going to blur it just enough to where there's some separation. Depth of field. I don't even know what to do with that. Does that change up? Oh, okay, so it does affect the blur a little bit. All right. There's a little bit of blur at the bottom going on. Let's see here. Let's go with exposure. Just bring it down. Maybe brighter. Just to kind of match it up a little bit. No. Okay, so I'm going to stop messing with that. Sorry, guys. I know that took forever, but I'm actually kind of impressed. I could see myself going out there and just looking for... oh, cool. Blacks, tone curves. Okay, so you can adjust her in front of the background too. That's actually really sweet. So if your background's a little bit, you know, darker or whatever, you can adjust her as well. Contrast, exposure, auto color. I don't know what that is. Does it try to match? I don't know. Maybe you guys can tell me what it means. Okay. Thinking. Yeah, this is kind of a new feature, so. Okay, so first off, please forgive me for the sloppy mask tool. I know that spending more time on that would actually result in a better photo, plus also having, you know, maybe some pictures that I've taken myself ahead of time. Maybe like a concrete wall or something like that would look really awesome. But, so let's see here. Oh yeah, snapshot. Let's do one more. We'll just call this one background. Okay, so it looks like we got a lot of really cool features now. In fact, I think that with, you know, obviously the background thing, it's going to work much better if you've got some images that are appropriate for your subject. I do think that it could work out really well. However, at the same time, what I'm mostly impressed with was how quickly the sliders and everything did. I mean, I'm going to go 1-to-1 here, and hopefully this time my video will actually show detail. I mean, okay, look right in here, detail. You can still see her pores. We still have, you know, just nice and smooth going on here. I think that, you know, we got a lot of these little imperfections taken care of. The eyes stand out. Still got a little bit of shine, but like I said before, I feel like you don't want to get rid of it completely. So, so yeah. Okay, guys, over at PortraitPro, I'm super impressed. And speaking of impressed, they gave me a promo code for you guys that I'm going to put down in the description below. So make sure to check that. It's 10% off. So on top of that, I think they're running another special too at this time. I don't know for how long it is, so go check that out. I'll put a link to their website below. So anyways, let me know what you guys think. For those of you that have never used PortraitPro, do you think this is something that you would use? I'm going to go back to, what is it, the skin coloring? Yeah. I'm going to go back to this one here. If it's going to do it. Maybe. I can't remember why it's not going back. But anyways, so what, turn that off. There it is. Okay. So anyway, sorry. Color tones look really good. Skin tone looks really good. I didn't really get to mess with the hair, but you know, it is what it is. That's okay. Her hair actually looks really good. But really it's that detail, you know, like I said, I'm going to zoom in one more time. I know I'm rambling, but in the past, I've had a lot of people complain that, you know, theirs is coming out too soft. So, but yeah, hopefully you guys can see the detail. Like I said, you know, right over here near the bridge of the nose, you can see the pores. You can even see like little tiny baby hairs and stuff, but without any of the imperfections. So anyways, I'm going to leave it at that. Let me know what you guys think. I'm really interested to see what you guys have to say. Have you already started working with this software? I'd love to hear, you know, some ideas that you've come up with or some of your own preferences. And yeah, so again, thank you guys so much for watching. Again, I'm going to put a discount code for PortraitPro 17 down in the description column. So make sure to check that out. If you learned anything today, make sure to hit that like button. If you want to subscribe for more videos, come join the community with all the rest of us crazy people who love doing photos and stuff. But we'd love to have you along, and you can always ring the bell to get notifications when new videos pop up. So thanks a lot, everybody. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.